Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another glorious Company und Heroes 3 casting, yeah? And in this one, we are going to be going up against the rank 40 in the world Wehrmacht only player, Mr. Pandemic, yeah? And he's rank 35 in the 2v2s, yeah? Now, before we get started about this very salty Australian boy from the land down under, put another shrimp on the barbie. Before we get started with him, I just want to say, hey, thanks for leaving all the likes and comments on my video. You know, the likes telling me, hey, keep making more of this content. It's very encouraging. When you leave a comment and you go, hey, bro, I love your fucking video. LOL, I just ran over 6 kids on the way to work today. It means a lot. It's like, hey, man, I really appreciate that you would risk going to jail for me for like that. Don't do that. Pro tip. And before somebody says, what do you like begging, bro? No, I just saying thank you for the time you guys take to hit that little button and go, hey, good shit, my guy. Now, lastly, before we get started, hey, I know that I do make Company of Heroes content. At the same time, I do make comedy videos other than Company of Heroes. And I know the views aren't that great, and you're probably going, look at the fucking low views. I promise you that on TikTok, this gets sitting over a couple of million views right now. People have stolen this skit and say that they've made it, but it'll make you have a good laugh. I do the German voice where I go, hello, Russia, I'm back! Waited 77 long years for this. I love what you did with the place. Looks nice. I do accents like that. This one's a German skit. This one's a German skit. I did co-reviews. This one's better than this one. I don't know why this one got less views. That's actually detailed on why the game was sucking at the time. On top of that, I did some Metal Gear videos. I know it says 258 on TikTok. It has more views where I go, Colonel, it's making fun of the trannies. But yeah, if you guys, you can give it a look-see. It's not going to bite you. It's not going to hurt you. If not, no big deal. It doesn't bother me. Cries deep sadness. It's a joke, by the way. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with this video. So what is going on in this video right now? When I am fighting Mr. Pandemic, he's going to rage as hard as he can. Don't know why. I beat him fair and square. I did not cheese whatsoever in this match. And Mr. Pandemic's going to make four MG42s. Oh my. It's so hard to play the Axis. All I gotta do is spam MGs and win. So what are we doing for the early game build? Right now we're going to go ahead and get some Pathfinders going, immediately rush for the fuel, and then carve a path to the right. Why are we rushing for fuel? USF needs fuel so they can have decent vehicles and decent engagements, and no matter how you do it or how you play it, Axis will always have a vehicle out
deploying engineers now
before you can say, where's the surrender button at Relic? So you got to be very cautious in the early game. And sorry, just checking something real quick. Okay, making sure. So, what are we doing right now? Engineers are going to go ahead and carve to the left side of the map. We're going to go ahead and ignore the VP's focus on the fuel, just in case he's going to rush for the cutoff. A lot of German players like doing this. I lost to the rank 15 Wehrmacht player. He had something to say to me. I didn't know he was rank 15. The game said he was rank 100 at the time, and it bugged out, and then the stats refreshed. But, a Romanian player, very salty. A lot of these high-level players are very salty and pathetic people, and it gives me a good laugh when I beat them. Like, come on, bro. You're going to be that fucking salty. Oh, before I forget, big thanks to Sleepy Gary for allowing me to borrow his account. As always, appreciate it, man. It helps me make co-content, keeps my main account private, and allows people to get salty, mad, and cry themselves to sleep. Ooh la la. So, again, very slow start right now. I'm going to be harsh on this guy because this guy was a dick at the end of the match. A very fucking salty boy. He said he likes his koalas medium rare in the land down under. Right, here I was, surrounded by 15 koala bears, holding on for dear life when Crocodile Dundee filleted my ass in half. Right? G'day, mate. So, engineers are fighting me. I'm going to go ahead and back off from the building. No need for that engagement. Trying to fight these guys, I realize, hey, I'm going to bleed. No need to stay there. I've got an additional rifleman squad popping out. And even if he touches the cap, we can go ahead and take it back. I see him on my cutoff. No big deal, because we have gone to the left side of the map, pre-cap the fuel. So even though he is blocking me, our fuel incomes will be dead even. So no big deal. Rifleman popping out to the field. Worried about a potential MG42. That's why we're going to go ahead and body block the fuel and not move the double rifleman in together, because he does have an MG42. I originally thought he went for a 9 engineer start, and I was like, oh shit, this game's going to be very hard. And I don't know about you guys, but I swore I've seen the name Pandemic in the code tournaments before. I could be wrong, though. There's the MG42, instant suppression, instant model drop, have to retreat. That's the best thing you can do against MG42s. I know I have a flanking squad, but there could be another MG42 is what I'm worried about, and that's what's going on, but I really want to focus on that cutoff more than anything. Give him the illusion that I haven't taken his fuel and I'm just going to go for his cutoff. And also I'm restricting his manpower income as well. Any manpower denial for Axis is a win in my opinion. So what are we doing right now? Rifleman capping, engineers decapping, and pathfinders in the back capping the munis. It doesn't matter if he decaps, no big deal. We're going to go ahead and try to body block it. But again, no big deal. MG42 shown itself. So rifleman building, we're going to go ahead and move the rifleman to the left side of the map. I see his MG set up. I'm past his arc. Use these guys as bait, and that's the plan. You know, a single squad so it doesn't have to be a double suppression. And give him the illusion he's going to win this engagement. Engineers up top in danger. Going to go ahead and roll them back, hoping there's no mine placement. Should be fine. This guy is going to spam mines, and that's what I was worried about. The kitten crowd will shit up mines, and the engineers will shit up mines. You know, giving my rifleman a hard time. But I do like to make the joke. When people say, it's so hard to play Axis. Do you think USF can have an opener of 3 engineers and 2 MG42s? The USF 30 cal is a piece of shit, so I don't know what these Axis players are complaining about, honestly. There's a rifleman moving in. I can win this fight in the close range engagement, and at the same time, I really don't want him to have the cap, and that's the plan right now. We're going to have to take some risk here and there. We are worried about the potential mines, and they are going to be everywhere this match. So eventually, I'm going to rely on the 25% reduction of manpower ability from the captain upgrade.
Enemy forces are converging on
There's the kitten crad capping. You know, he's trying to put a thorn in my side, and you know, good job on him. He's capped my munis in the back. It's not connected, but it's delaying me, keeping me off the map, and that's a good play from him. Scouts are set up. I see the MG42. Can't do pretty much anything about it right now. So we're just going to go ahead and back off. Stay out of his view and get the decap going.
Commander,
it doesn't matter if he takes his fuel. We're stalling him on fuel, and we have more fuel control than him.
Commander,
so this is a good start for us.
Done.
So captain's out into the field. Eventually, we will go advanced logistics. There's the first mine detonation of the game. Right, so here I was, surrounded by 25 koala bears. I was putting mines down everywhere, mate. Right, we used to be a penal colony until, you know, freedom kicked in. Oh,
They pushed us off a second.
Gotta love the fucking Aussies. You know, they're chill when I serve with them overseas, but I've ran into a lot of salty Aussies, so I don't know if it's the Muslim immigrants that are coming over, getting the Aussie accent, because I've met a lot of salty Muslim boys in this game. They go, I hope you know that I jihad your land. I go, I will jihad you like I do Israel. You know, they literally say that to me, and always gives me a good laugh. There's the MG42. Gonna let these scouts be the bait and allow the captain to flank around the back. Almost get suppressed. Very close, but I get out of it just in time. I could already see the Axis players going, bro, MG42 underpowered. Nah, bro, get outplayed, motherfucker. At the same time, rifleman decapping the fuel, rifleman mid getting the VP point, because we are bleeding the VPs, and look at that, 5 minutes into the game, and we're basically down 100 and some change on VPs, 120. That's insane. Pigrin's onto the field, so what does that tell me? We're gonna have to go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and tech bars as soon as possible. That's the goal right now, because we're gonna lose these infantry engagements without the bars. Pigrin's are dangerous, and he is floating a decent amount of manpower, so 2 Pigrin squads in the build is what's going to happen. And this guy has everything going for him right now. He's got the VP control, he's got the manpower control, he's got the population cap over me just by a little bit, so we have to be very cautious. Second mine detonation of the game. Drops 4 models. We want to go ahead and take that house, but because we're suppressed, we're going to have to retreat in a second. And there's the Peakrins. Just run away. No need to suffer any bleeds. We're going to lose the fights in the early game. That's the price of USF. You suffer on the early game a lot with these cheesy builds. So, where is it at? My bad. I'm going to go for Greyhound first. I apologize, folks. This is an old recording. I don't make videos on Sundays. You know, I think that Sunday's God's day. That's personally how I do things. I can already see somebody, look at you worshiping your Sky Daddy. You're absolutely right, I do. You're absolutely right, I worship my Sky Daddy. That's just how I do things. So what are we doing right now? MG42 is going to go ahead and cock block me. We're relying on the Greyhound to pop. We're trying to get a sneaky wipe in the MG42 because those models are clumped together. Greyhound's going to push out of base, give him the armored skirts as soon as I get the munis. We sacrifice muni control to maintain field control. In my opinion, it was worth it. MG42 clumped together. Boom, big shot. Moving the engineers around to flank and the riflemen in support. Get a possible another decent shot. At the same time, right side of the map, lose some scouts, but we're so focused on the MG42, and honestly, losing a scout for an MG is a great trade. There's a kitten crowd hauling ass getting out of there. Could have planted a mine, but hey, no big deal. We have minesweepers on the engineers. We're going to go ahead and sweep with the minesweeper, move the MG42 back, and the riflemen are trying to hold on in the middle. Going to get the kill on the kitten crowd. He fucked up here, and I was like, wow, yeah, lose your kitten crowd there, boy. Oh, snap, dog. How's Australia going for you, buddy? How's the no guns over there? Right. So here's the thing. The police come in and kick my fucking teeth in my ass, mate. Right? I had no way to fight them off, and I have no freedoms down in Aussie land. We're gonna go ahead and harass the P-Grins.
Commander,
Even if he has an
lost
AT
the
gun, I
sector.
can't take a shot, and those P-Grins don't want to lose a model because they are expensive. So, boom, this is a win for us. Gonna go ahead and push out, scan for the MG42. Don't dive too deep. There could be a mine.
Our opponent has all victory
Yep,
points
and that's why I
under their
halt. I
control.
go, yep, there
Act
could be a
now.
mine. We don't really want to get engine crit this stage of the game. And we're down in the kills right now. Not by a lot, but just by a little. So even with the MG42 still and the Kitten Crat, he has all the cards in his favor. And he's going to go ahead and make a double AT. And I don't know how he's going to space them apart. That's why I'm being cautious. So,
We must pull this back.
but as soon
We're
as I
down
see
to
them
300
connected together,
points.
I know I can go one side of the map and to the left side of the map. You know, back and forth,
1918 automatic
kind of
rifles will
teasing
be
him. There's the
distributed
mines. So I'm
imminently.
using the 2 model engineers. I don't want to fall them back. I just want to go ahead and mine sweep and deny his fuel. And that's the plan. Engineers setting up. MG42 setting up to counter the engineers burning me. And there's the AT gun reveals itself. I'm going to go ahead and back off the Greyhound, keep it in a defensive position. Actually, move it to the right side of the map. There we go.
Territory
I'm keeping it
lost.
defensive, but moving it to the right side of the map because I see this MG out of position. It's a very dumb spot. And again, models clump together. That's where the Greyhound shines. And my opponent knows what's going on.
BARs
So,
have been
use the Rifleman as
distributed
bait.
to our riflemen.
Trying to burn it down. Riflemen just tech up into bars because of the P-Grins, so we can have a chance in the infantry engagement. And I really want a free wipe on this MG. We steal this MG, no MGs for my opponent. This buys us back into the game. Boom, big shot from the Greyhound. And that's what you get for leaving your crew serve weapons unsupported. Give me that MG42 there, bud. Yummy. How does it feel when I have the most powerful MG in the game? Yeah! Retarded German noises. I hope you know that I only play the glorious Axis. I have a poster of Hitler in my studio. Yeah, in my studio I gargle the balls of the Führer every day. I kept them in cryogenic storage.
We're losing it.
Oh my gosh, you know that's what they say. You know they would fucking suck the cheese off a Hitler poster. You know they would. No doubts. But yeah, I got the Americans coming in to save the day. You know, we're holding the
They've
line,
taken our
getting the
victory
battle
point.
cry going. You know, fucking doing everything that we can to win this game.
Riflemen are being
There's the
upgraded with
P-Grins,
grenade
you know,
packs.
moving in for a nasty decap for the munis, but no big deal because I have the most powerful MG42 in the game! Oh yeah! Look at that suppression. Isn't that crazy when you use MGs and they just fucking instantly suppress you on the Axis side of things? Fucking abysmal, man. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the engineers. Wanna get a model drop, stop the cap. Not gonna work.
A victory point
He's
is
gonna
going
retreat in a
into
second.
enemy
Boom. So he
control.
got the decap. He doesn't want me to keep bleeding him. You know, smart my opponent. We are down in the VPs right now. This could be a very bad match for us. Gonna go ahead and focus these other engineers. I really want to kill him, get him out of the game. He's gonna go ahead and get the decap. Again, smart move on my opponent. Trying to get a dirty wipe. Right side of the map, riflemen are engaging, trying to get a decap on the fuel. It's not gonna work. Engineer's gonna go ahead and get away. You know, honestly, I don't want to die for them. I don't want to hit a mine and call it GG. AT guns rolled back into base. Can't keep track of all the engagements, sorry. There's the double rifleman coming in. And because we had no meaning control and being very cautious, I'm going, hey, do I need to go ahead and get a mortar pit? Because he has made an additional MG42. This is his third one, folks. Engineers are going to go ahead and start pushing and sweeping. There's the mine detonation from the captain. He's done a great job with these mines. Pushing in the P-Grins, we're going to win this fight because double riflemen with bars will beat P-Grins. I know. But the P-Grins are so expensive. Oh! Fucking retarded German noises. That's what I think about the glorious Veribus mine detonation. So even because I do have the double rifleman with bars, when I hit a mine, I'm losing 4 to 3 models. If I'm really unlucky, I could lose a full squad because they bunch together sometimes. We're going to go ahead and stick with the decap.
Rats are pushing us back.
We cannot
We're
make
down to
another
250.
engineer squad. We're hurting a manpower. I'm going, what do I need to do? AT gun's going to be next on the build because he could be going for Stug at this point in the game. What are we stalling for right now? Eventually, I'm going to go ahead and select my commander, which is going to be Armored Battle Group. I was holding off on the commander selection because I didn't know what commander he went, my opponent, and I didn't want to pick the wrong one and immediately lose the game. And that's the stress of picking a commander too early. What are we doing right now? Debating, hey, do I need to go a mortar? I said, nope, fuck that. We're going to go ahead and get an additional rifleman, actually. My apologies. We'll get that AT gun out eventually. We're going to go ahead and get additional rifleman squad to, you know, kind of overwhelm my opponent. I really want to get a mortar pit eventually, though. But yeah, definitely AT. Oh, there's the first gun. My bad, my bad. I do have one gun out into the field. Egg on my face. There's the double ATs out of position. Gonna go ahead and press at the same time. Had to pull back because MG42 set up. He's diving for me, which is very confusing. I'm like, hey, buddy, I still have your MG42 set up. I have good map control. And where's the second one at? It's somewhere. It's somewhere, folks. I don't know where it's at right now.
One of our munitions points is being
Oh, my bad. We'll
neutralized.
eventually get the 2 MG42s. I'm a little bit off on the trail. I know, I do have it. Where the fuck is it? Okay, there it is. There's the second MG42. Okay, train of thought lost. So we're going to go ahead and use the Greyhound engage up top. We had the Minesweepers with the Greyhound. Got to go ahead and get the repairs. We saw the double AT guns on the left side of the map, so we know what the fuck is going on. Even if he does rotate, no big deal. We have an escape option. And there's the AT guns rotating now. So we're going to move the Greyhound back because, again, you know, hey, he moves his shit together. He wants to get a dirty wipe, and that's perfectly fine. But fuck that. I'm not going to lose anything. So flanking the MG42. Gonna go ahead and get the press going. There's the Kitten Crab rebuilt. He wants the caps. He wants the mines everywhere, and I don't want the trouble. The Kitten Crad's not even OP. Is that why I see a lot of Axis mains making the Kitten Crad? For the glorious Reichland und the Fatherland und the Führer und the fucking SS Gestapo, Verbu Buttlicker 69. Is that why? Help me. Enlighten me, Axis mains. You know, the guys who only play Axis, enlighten me. We're going to go ahead and take the house that said, okay, I want to get him off the field. I'm tired of him pressing me. It'll force him to get a mortar or a Nebelwerfer, and that's the goal, delaying his time to get a Panzer IV, and that's what we want to do. Or, you know, the Martyr. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? There's the mines. Going to go ahead and get that down. He's going to hit the mines, and he'll pop Minesweepers in a second. And there it is, mine detonation. Only dropped one model. Gotta love USF mines. Another mine detonation from my opponent. And I'm to the point where I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and set this MG to cover the flank of this house MG because there's a sight blocker here, so that's the goal. At the same time, a little bit of fuck you added to the pie.
We've lost the
Captain's going to go ahead and
territory
cap. I realize there could be a mine. I don't care at this point. Yep, because I really just want to go ahead and get the fuel stalling going. We do not want him to have heavy armor because I'm going, okay, if he doesn't go Panzer IV, he's going to go Tiger.
Anti-tank team on the
And
field.
Tiger is very hard to kill as USF.
Reports of enemy
Again, still
movement
stalling
near
for a
victory
commander.
point.
Haven't selected it yet. I'm going, hey, do I go special operations? I'm worried about bunkers because I've seen people stall for the coastal commander and make bunkers late game and just kind of knock you out. And it is very scummy. But hey, gotta love Axis mains. There's the
Enemy
engineers
movement
popping up,
near
moving the
victory
Greyhound to
point.
support against the engineers on the left side of the map.
Victory point now under enemy control.
And again, you know, just holding the line. Seeing what's going on. You know, gotta love it. Gotta love it. MG42 setting up, kicking me off. You know, good for my opponent. He's back in his base. I have taken over the map again. I'm getting the map control at this point. Finally, at 14 minutes in the game, we are getting decent map control as USF. And there's so much more I could be doing. So that's why we're going to go ahead and make the mortar pit. Why am I putting it right here? Nice little sight blocker with the house. I don't want it too close. And at the same time, you know, not too close to the house. It's in a good, decent position. So in case I have to fall back, I can immediately rush some engineers out and repair it as fast as possible. And that's the goal. MG42 setting up. I just want the decap. I don't really care if I get suppressed at this point. Captain's going to go ahead and go to the left side. Again, buying more time. Still holding in mid. He can't press me anymore, and that's the advantage of having this house in mid. And, you know, the best MG in the game.
We've lost control.
Because, you know, that fatherland would never lose the war. What do you mean there's a Berlin Wall that separates East and West, you know, Germany? It's crazy. Engineer's going to go ahead and press Minesweepers out, you know, running with my cock out, trying to make sure that he does not have any dirty mines set up. MG42 keeps setting up and desetting, or resetting, and I'm like, what is going on here? It could be a bug. Panzer IV reveals itself, and I go, okay, he is tier 4, and he's probably going to make 2 of these fuckers, and that's what a lot of people do. Rifleman behind heavy cover, hitting the MG42, getting some nice shots into it. P-Gruns get a dirty nade on the Rifleman. They're going to go ahead and win this engagement. Oh, no, never mind, I lied. Maybe later on. I could have missed it earlier. I'm going to go ahead and force him off, but he's done a lot of bleed damage. Though I like to call them nuke nades. Nuke nades. Because they will fucking nuclear bomb you out of the game real quick. You know, look at that effect on the ground. They just throw a bundle nade and just shits on your fucking life, man. Gotta love it. P-Grins getting behind heavy cover. This could be a loss for me because P-Grins at Veterancy 1 will beat Rifleman in close range heavy cover. Throw a nasty little nade on him. Boom. Drop a couple, or one model, but get some health bleed. And we're able to buy our way back in because on the left side of the map, we have him, you know, we're overloading him a bit. Hit a mine again with the Rifleman. No big deal. Just one model. But we forced him off. And MG42 getting burned. Look at the range of that flamethrower. Very nasty. So even though I am suppressing him, we're going to have to bail out of the house. No need to lose this MG. And it resets up. Don't know what the game's doing. I hit the retreat button. I said I cannot afford to give him an MG because he has 2 of those fuckers with 2 AT guns and another tank building in a little bit. So, mortar pit's cranking out, you know, a little bit of damage, 0 kills. Gotta love the overpowered mortar pit, am I right, guys? Rifleman going in for the win, trying to force the engineers off the map. At the same time, in the center of the map, he's going for the caps because I am starting to get a foothold in this game. I'm bleeding him. You know, he's no longer bleeding me, and that's the goal right now. Force the engineers off. So what am I telling myself right now? I have made two excuse me,
You have
anti-tanks.
3 command points available.
Eventually, I'm going to go advanced logistics in a little bit.
A victory
But I really
point
want to
is
go
under
ahead and get my
attack.
first Sherman
We
onto the
must
field for a
act.
more mobile AT option, minesweeping with the engineers. I really want mobility in this game. And when I start suffering with the losses, I'm going to go ahead and get that 25% advanced logistics
You
going,
captured a victory point.
which reduces the manpower by 25% and all that good and wonderful stuff in the world. Yeah, but you gotta love it. Moving my rifleman over, trying to kill this kitten crowd, going, you know, fucking Indian charge, war cry, baby. I spread your cheeks from east to west. Back in my day, when the white man took over my land, I, Big Chief Tuckum Snuck'em, really separated the warriors from the boys. Greyhound setting up, so at this point in the game, we're going to keep the Greyhound defensive. No reason to keep using it as a combat unit. Only defensive. So every time he takes a poke into my lines, I'm going to go ahead and move that Greyhound in, harass his Peagrins, get those, you know, a little bit of bleeds going, and just keeping him from fucking my shit up. Because he likes to come around this house, flank me, and that's a good move from my opponent. At the same time, fuck that, I don't want to lose. There's the AT guns moving in, double AT guns with the Panzer IV in support. Going to go ahead and back at the Greyhound off in a second. Take a pot shot. That's not what I wanted. But hey, we back out. No damage done, so we're A-okay. Captain calls in the artillery barrage, forces the AT guns back. Buying time. Yes, I was there with Sitting Bull. Let me tell you that the white man stole our land after I murdered another Indian tribe. You know somebody's gonna get offended. I'm already waiting for it. I hope you know that I was there back in the 1800s, and we never murdered a single tribe. I love world history, dude. That's my shit. So Panzer IV setting up at the same time. I'm gonna go ahead and force him back, moving the rifleman in, activating pour it on him for that engagement. AT guns trying to catch him off their foot. Moving in for sneaky nade in the MG42. Really want to wipe this, giving me my third MG. Nade is no good. That's a bad nade. Yeah, bad nade. Sad for me. I'm a big sad boy right now. So I said, fuck it. Reset the MG42. Go ahead and get the VP bleed started. And try to buy ourselves into the game. Sherman is building. And why did I wait as long as I could? You know, if I was being smart, I did not realize I had not grabbed the war machine at this point in the game. Because my heart was pounding, my adrenaline was kicking. I swore I saw Pandemic on the tournament player roster. I'm probably wrong, but I thought he was a tournament level player, and I was pushing as hard as I could, so my adrenaline's dumping, and that's why I haven't gone cheaper tanks. So before somebody says, wow, you know, this could have been 300, Allies OP. No, I paid the full price for this tank, the full package to get into the private server. Gotta love it. Forcing my opponent off. We were a peaceful nation until you people showed up. That's why I'm scalping children. Again, I love world history. I open up a book and it goes, huh, I guess these guys aren't too nice. So what are we doing right now? Gonna go ahead and put pressure on the Strobes trooping. I see the squad. I do not like this squad. This squad can fuck your rifleman up for $3.99. So that's why we're pushing him off. Sherman, just going to go ahead and back off. We do realize the double ATs are in the background. Go ahead and reveal that map real quick and see what the fuck's going on. Mine detonation. I go, haha, in your face, nerd. Got your mine. And there's the AT guns moving to counter my Sherman. That's why we immediately back him off. Because this guy, he's giving me one-trick pony vibes. Every time I go to the right, he moves his AT guns to the right. If I go left, he goes left. So I said, hey, bud, keep chasing me where I'm not at. I'm going to go ahead and move in my AT guns because I hear his tank moving in the background. Rifleman can see his tank now. Be able to turn this off, select player only. Boom. So I see his tank, AT gun setting up. I go, okay, time for some juicy shots. You know, they're going to get in the mine. That's not what I want. And we get one. Could be another hit. Boom. Yeah, 2 big hits. Oh, 3 big hits. Oh, la la. AT guns OP. Nerf AT guns relic. Rifleman engaging on the right side of the map. So what am I trying to do right here? I accidentally mix-clicked. I was going to make this into a machine gun bunker because he keeps flanking me from the spot. And I'm going to go ahead and build it. I'm like, okay, machine gun bunker, but because my adrenaline's pumping, I'm going to go ahead and dodge that nade real quick. And look at that. Even when I dodge, it hits. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So, yeah, I'm trying to make a machine gun bunker. I'm like, hey, I'll cut his flank off. He can't touch me. I accidentally clicked the mortar, so I'm going, oh, fuck. We're just going to make it work. Moving the Greyhound in. And trying to get as close as possible to engage these Peagrins. You know, Sherman's cranking out. I do realize the AT guns are in the back. Gonna go ahead and roll back. No need to lose anything. Peagrins not dropping a model. Got to love it. Sturdy, very sturdy infantry unit. You know, they are very good. I do not know why people shit on them, but honestly, with their 15% damage reduction that they get at Veterancy 1 that activates every 30 seconds, they're one of the best anti-infantry in the game, my personal opinion. Strobe engaging me. I said, okay, we gotta get into the building because Strobe are so good at killing riflemen that if they're caught out in the open, it's pretty much GG, even with the double bars. We'll go ahead and get into his face because I go, hey, they do not have snares. I call it no snares, no bitches, and that's exactly why we're going to hug that squad. So, if you ever see a burst of glare, remember, no snares, no bitches. Just go ahead and hug them. Hug them as hard as you can. Rifleman taking engagement. I was going to pop out on the right side, throw a nade. I said, no, fuck that. The models will be clumped together. We're going to go ahead and back off. AT set up in reserve. Healing my Easy 8. At the same time, Mortar Pit's cranking out. This is going to have nice veterancy too late game. Moving the ATs over. I want to bait him into attacking me. You know, if he was really smart, he could have moved his ATs in and killed my Mortar Pit, but he does not do that. And that's why we're cranking out these Mortar Pits. Look, he's got 2 MG42s. He's going to go a Nebel Warfare eventually, and I don't want to risk losing a fucking mortar to a Nebel Warfare in a one-hit shot. So that's why we're making Mortar Pits. For anybody who has a problem with that, they can kindly go contact Relic and fuck themselves. You can go www.relic.com. Relic, I got smashed as an Axis player. I only ever touch Axis. No bitches on my dick. Nobody loves me. My father comes in and he says, are you winning, son? And I don't understand. Is it the genocide? Is that why the bitches don't like me? Hit a mine. I love making fun of the Wehrmacht players. They're always fun to poke with a stick. They get really mad, too. There's a Strobe tearing me up. Look at the bleed damage from the Rifleman. You know, instantly dropped the model. If he was smart, he would have hugged this cover and, you know, beat me easily. Moving the Easy 8 in, very risky. But I want to take this fuel. I want to cap it, buy time. And again, no snares, no bitches on the Strobe, so that's where we're hugging him as close as possible. Double AT chases me off. Lose the MG42 on the right-hand side. Sadly, Double AT was trying to chase off that P4, but we missed that engagement. You know, I'm focused on the juicy bits. MG42 down. What am I doing? Trying to run to it as fast as possible because that MG42 is critical to winning this game. Any MG in American hands is a good MG. And there is the MG42 getting chased off by my Rifleman and Mortar in combination. You know, Mortar Pit cranking out. Sadly, his P-Grins are going to pick that up. He's desperate. He's like, oh, fuck. I cannot afford to give you the Axis technology. You're 9. You don't understand the struggle. I see, right? I'm going to go ahead and call on the Captain. Barrage forces MG42 back, getting the cutoff. And again, putting pressure right outside of his base, telling him, hey, back the fuck off, bud. I know where you live. And that's exactly what we're doing. Captain's getting some, you know, decent strikes in. It misses. I'm just joking. Ah, there we go. Nope, it missed. Wait. Yeah, we dropped the model. Okay. Woo! The Captain Artillery Barrage is OP. Right, folks? I keep seeing that. So, P4 engaging me. I'll go ahead and run away from him. No need to take any damage whatsoever. AT gun setting up the right side of the map because he has harassed me a couple times with the P4. We don't want that issue, you know, constantly hitting us. So I'm going to go ahead and move a Rifleman over, hold the VP point, double ATs in reserve, bait him. Like he keeps trying to bait me. I'm going to go ahead and bait him and see how he likes it. Greyhound, in addition, is going to go ahead and scoot to the right side of the map. This is going to be our early warning system. Chase off any infantry. At the same time, double AT to bait and snare this motherfucker. Nebel Warfare is barraging me. Going to focus the MG42. Smart move on his part, but I said, fuck that. I'm not going to lose this MG. And again, he has 3 MG42s, 2 P-Gruns, 1 with a bar, 2 Panzer IVs, and we finally get our second tank out into the field, and I go, finally, it is time to take advanced logistics because we are only floating 84 manpower at this point in the game. And again, I got my face because my adrenaline's kicking in. I did not go War Machine, which would have saved me a lot of pain. Could have saved about 200 manpower on these tanks. Double AT setting up, and that's why I left the Greyhound here. Putting pressure on the engineers, going to go ahead and chase him off, and this point is ours. You know, for the glory of the United States of America. You gotta love America. Oh yeah, freedom, hamburgers, and pussy galore. Gotta love the pussy. Got to love it. P-Grun's moving in. I'm gonna go ahead and put these Riflemen in the house in a second. I could be wrong though. Nah, I'm wrong. I'm gonna retreat them in a second. Trying to get the bleeds. There we go. Yep, I'll take a huge shot for the P4. Gonna back off. Yeah. So, Easy 8's pushing in. I said, okay, fuck your P-Gruns. I don't want any of that. Being very cautious because he has 2 AT guns, 2 P4s at this point in the game. I do not want to play fuck around and find out. We lose the Easy 8, this game gets exponentially harder. Why do we go Easy 8? The Hellcat has trouble killing the Panzer IV, is what I've been noticing. If he dives you, and you don't have the Hellcat supported with 2 Hellcats, you're going to lose the fight. Like in a one-on-one engagement, the P4 can beat the Hellcat. So, That's why I'm not going Hellcat. I want more damage and DPS, and I want to be able to kill his AT guns and not have to struggle. And honestly, it's a good price, 110 fuel versus the shitty 90 fuel Sherman, and you're getting guaranteed performance. There's the MG42 setting up. I finally made that machine gun bunker I'm talking about, so the flank's secured, mortar pits are secured, and we're cranking out as much damage as possible. I'm gearing up for a push. I'm saying, hey, it might be time to go ahead and knock him out of the game. There's the Neville Warfare, but unfortunately because of that, we have to back off. But don't worry, we're going to get there in a second. AT guns are rotating. I keep seeing his tank set up. I don't want any trouble, and he thinks my AT guns are down here. Moving the MG42 to focus mid. And I said, okay, well, the barrage is over. He hasn't pushed. We're going to go ahead and back off. Because I thought he was going to go for a GG push, you know, gearing up for the game when he knockout. But nothing yet. Don't worry, folks. 28 minutes in, he will fuck up eventually, and he will salt for us. Gotta let, you know, he's like a salt lick, right, for cows. Such a salty boy. So, big push from my opponent. He is gearing up for another strike. Easy 8s are in repair right now. P-Grins are burning me down with the engineer combo. We're not fucking around, so I said, okay, we're going to move this one AT gun to the left and leave the other one to the right, keeping our options open. So that's what we're doing. Rifleman pushing out of base. Again, being very cautious right now. Sorry if you hear the barking. That's my neighbor's dog. I don't know what it's doing. I hope it's not having a shock or epileptic seizure. So, what are we doing right now? Rifleman moving in to take mid. We are bleeding the DPs. We can't allow this anymore, even at 213. We're going to go ahead for a big push. I go, you know, moving everything across. Going to get it. Possible wiping the engineers. Sadly, it gets away, but because we're getting burned down, we have to pull the Rifleman back. Activating the mortar pit barrage could be a big kill. Yes, we get the fucking pack gun knocked out. That's one knocked out. I feel confident in pushing my Shermans in, getting additional bleed damage, stopping his push. Gonna move the captain in. At the same time, gonna use the Sherman to focus that weak AT gun in a second. Double Shermans are gonna move in. If we could move finally, there we go. Get some big shots into the AT gun. One more hit and we can steal this shit. Trying to deny his ability to steal the pack, debating on killing it. There's my push from the Rifleman. Captain's taking huge damage. I don't know why my tank's not moving. My bad, guys. My brain's fried. Okay, there's the pack gun moving in. I don't know what he was doing at this point. I was like, okay, bud. It's time to shine it. AT guns are going to go ahead and move in. Luftwaffe's called in. What is he doing? He's calling in an airstrike to prevent me from taking the guns. So yeah, I'm like, okay there, bud. Okay there, bud. So, look, see here there, buddy. You blocked me from the VP, but I don't care about the VP. I want your AT guns there, bud. So, what are we going to do right now? You know, activating the Wisconsin accent. We're going to go ahead and steal this fucking gun. You know, prevent him from taking it and probably try to kill the other one. Don't you know? So, he stopped me. No big deal. He's making grenadiers now. I'm like, oh, he's probably trying to merge the squads together for cheaper, you know, infantry. I'm like, that's smart. Steals AT gun. Bringing the other ATs in support. Focusing the Panzer IV, get a nice little bounce. Gotta love it. Got to love the bounces. He does pick up his gun again, sadly, but activating the AT Easy 8 combo, trying to refocus the gun in a second. Neville Warfare is bombing us, hitting our engineers, have to back off. Bringing in the double rifleman in support, get the kill on the Panzer IV. Big win, kill the AT gun. I'm like, oh yeah, whoa yeah, baby, you're going down. Get a huge shot from the Easy 8. In combo. This is big. Mortar pit's cranking out. That's why I love these little bastards. They can crank out shots all day. Now, if you Axis mains have a problem, you do have the Neville Warfare that can be vetted one and, you know, 45-second barrages. So, boo fucking who to you. But yeah, this is a big win. Stole his AT gun, you know, cock blocked the other one, killed a Panzer IV, crit shot his fucking P-Gruns. That was an amazing hit from the Easy 8. I love these things. They can actually perform.
Command points are available.
They can actually perform. So what are we doing right now? You know, match is kind of starting to lull. I go, hey, I got to get the pressure back up. We do have the plus 25% reduced build time, and was it 25% reduced cost of infantry, and squads build a little bit faster as well. And I'm going, okay, we need to steal this AT gun. I need to go ahead and get the decaps, moving everything in. We have to get him off the map, activating the Captain Artillery Barrage on the MG42 in the back. We're doing really good with these engagements right now. And we're going in for a GG push right now. I'm going, you know, fucking Native American war cry. gonna fucking just knock him out of the game as hard as possible, and that's what we're doing. Getting huge bleeds, moving in the AT guns to bait his Panzer IV into attacking me, allowing the rifleman to take the damage. I'm gonna go ahead and push through the artillery strike. No need to lose anything. You know, one hit, one bounce into the Panzer IV. Yeah, even when I still axe, the Axis gun penetrated, not the USF gun. Gotta love it. Still his other pack gun. I said, yeah, this match is over at this point, bud. Because he has no reliable AT anymore. Stole his pack guns. These cost about 250, 260. And it's just looking good right now, folks. It's looking good. I'm about to use this mortar pit and crank out some juicy shots into the MG42. And other mortar pit's going to go ahead and crank out. He's moving his engineer blob. He's desperate at this point. These engineers he's kept alive all game that people say are super weak. He's kept them going. So he's moving in. Double UZ8s are ready to go. And I'm like, yeah, I know you don't have any AT. Get fucked there, buddy. Yeah, baby. Get fucking wrecked, boy. Yep, there goes your engineer. I could pick up the flamethrower because double rifleman with bars. Got to love it. But we get what we want. We're going to go ahead and put as much pressure as we can, chasing the Strobe Strooping squad. Being cautious with the tank, because there could be a mine there, and we don't want to risk it for the biscuit. So he's going to go ahead and back off. Good lord, they are killing that dog. I have to call the police on them. Oof, gotta love it. So, what is going on right now? You know, Panzer IV is pressing me. Yeah, it's getting a little bit dangerous. I wanted the Greyhound to live, but no big deal. He's going for a final push, calls an artillery strike. Gonna hit the retreat button in a second. Yep, there it is. It could be possibly too late, but this Panzer IV is overextended, overexposed, and we get the kill. We do lose the MG42, sadly, but because it's nearby our base and we have a Sherman cock-blocking it, we're gonna go ahead and try to wipe this other one and get it back. And, you know, Nebel Warfare's cranking out of the mid, getting the fucking GG wipes. But we're good right now. We're trying to cock block the VPs. I don't want him to be in this game anymore. My adrenaline's kicking in. Like, I really thought this was a tournament level player. I'm like, holy shit, I fucking smashed this guy. And putting a lot of pressure on this MG42 right now.
Enemy forces on 10 points.
So that's the goal right now. You know, hey, look at this. Look at this. Boom, gone. So we killed another MG42. I'm moving everything I possibly can, whether it's healed or not, to go ahead and start capping. And it is healed, my bad. My bad, my bad. That's what I get for not watching this replay. And what does he say? What does he say, folks? He goes, fucking retard! Or in Australian, right, you fucking retard. Or however you say it, you fucking weirdo. And I'm like, okay. I tell him KK. If you know it's me, I usually just type KK in response. I just go, KK, whatever there, bud. Don't really care. I'm gonna ask him, hey, bro, you salty? You salty? You big mad bro? Big mad bro yellow? There it is, salty. Hey, why are you so fucking mad, dude? He says, I will... Where is it? I will anally fuck your ugly mom, cunt. That's how I know he's Australian, right? Because they love to say the word cunt. It doesn't offend me. I think it's fucking hilarious, but... Bro, you ain't gonna anally fuck shit. In fact, you just got anally fucked by my USF playstyle, you fucking bitch. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Somebody find this man and send him this fucking video and let him know that both of my fucking sweaty balls after I work out rubbed across his forehead at Mach 5. How does it feel? It probably tastes bad, dude. You know, I ain't gay, but the way you were taking my nuts that match, dude, hey man, you're probably sucking dick. I don't know, you're giving me dick sucking vibes. Giving me real dick sucking vibes. So I was trying to be a dick because he misspelled anal fuck, right? And I type in not realsy. I'm like, not realsies, right? Because I'm trying to be a dick because he misspelled anally fuck your mom. So, not realsies. And at the same time, my adrenaline was kicking in, so I type easy. You know, he's gonna be a dick. I was about to tell him GG. And that's it. He goes, LOL. Yeah, pandemic. How does it feel to get fucked? How does it feel to get fucked by America? How does it feel to know that even in World War II, you were an underperforming nation? Oh my goodness. Can you feel that, pandemic? Can you feel freedom coming across your face right now? Can you feel it? Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. Can you feel my freedom? Oh, I hope you feel the freedom, pandemic, because you just got wrecked like the bitch you are. Yeah, if you're gonna act like this, folks, in a Company Heroes match, you're telling me you're in a bad place in your life right now. And I checked his matchmaking. He plays with Dexon a lot, and that gave me a good indicator that, hey, he's probably friends with Dexon. Dexon is a very, very toxic person. Every time I see him play, very negative guy. So everybody has their negative days. Nobody's perfect, but if you're gonna be a dick for your entire fucking life, you know, get wrecked, easy. But yeah, man, my adrenaline was kicking in. You know, everything was going fast. It was a good match. It was a good match. So, all right,